We're moving on in the Bloom's Taxonomy Framework. We're moving into the level of understand. It's a higher level than remember. In this lesson, we're going to talk about the YouTube question generator, conceptual understanding, and common misconceptions from the learning. When you teach to understand, students begin to construct meaning from instructional messages, including oral, written, and graphic communication. Students should be able to explain the concepts in their own words and interpret what they've learned. Let's begin with the YouTube video question generator. We're going to start at the university level once again. We're going to choose multiple choice with 10 questions. When the students are watching the YouTube video, we want them to engage and to understand. Now, to be able to do this, we now have steps where we have to bring the transcription from the YouTube video over into Magic School. These are the steps, but I am going to walk through them. So I found a video here from a welding instructional video. I'm not advocating necessarily for this video, but it's how to set up a MIG welding basics for beginners. I clicked on this More button as the guidance suggested. I scrolled down in the video and you can see where it says transcript. Click on Show Transcript. It appears on the right-hand side. I had to select and copy the transcript. Of course, that's Control-C or Command-C. And then I pasted it into the YouTube transcript area through Control-V or Command-V, and then hit Generate. This provided me with the questions that I asked and then the answer key. I do want to point out here, if you look at this answer key, it timestamps where you can find that in the video. Now, a lot of people use this method for teaching, but to create these quizzes, it was very time consuming and they watched the video over and over and over. No longer do you have to do that. I will tell you, I went back and I also created some true false and for some free response for the item I uploaded. Let's move on to conceptual understanding. This time I typed it in to find the tool. Conceptual understanding for a topic, university level. I copied and pasted a standard from my home state of Arizona. I chose construction technologies with exterior finishes. You can see you can add files of information up to 75,000 words. And then additional context, I asked for home construction. Here you can add a file for information as well. I click Generate. And it generated 3 areas of that could be a learning lesson for conceptual understanding of this topic. You'll see the first one here goes to the level of create. It's a little deeper than I'm looking for. Functional role-playing activity is something unique and says that it'll guide the students to understanding, which is what we're looking for. And then the hands-on exploration, probably a little more work on the instructor's end, but also leads the student to the level of understanding. I did copy and paste these because 2 of these be great for understanding functional role play activity and the hands-on material exploration. Lastly, common misconceptions. Again, I chose to type it into the tool area, found common misconceptions at the university level, and I used the same standard as the previous activity, and I'll tell you in a moment why. I clicked on, you could add file here, but I clicked on generate, and it generated 3 common misconceptions for this topic. And I thought here, when I read each one of these, 1, 2, and 3, there were really good details. But I copied and pasted these because all 3 of these could be considered in the previous activity. If you were having a role play, maybe you would want them to address all 3 of these common misconceptions. So that was understand. And that is the end of the lesson. Thank you.